Hey, my good people of the Calidora makeup world. I am here with a video. I'm back. I've taken a long sabbatical. I needed some time to regroup and get myself together, but thanks for allowing me the time and energy to recoup my mind, my body, my attitude. Sometimes you just need time. Things have occurred and I just needed time. So let's get into this makeup today. I love a good skin routine before I start. So, skin jelly! Yay! My skin is ready. It's willing and it's ready. And so here's the next thing. Oh my gosh, she is about to do brows. Now, I will say for myself, excuse the hair, yeah. Brows, I do them different. If you don't notice, sometimes my brows don't look the same because, like, for whatever reason or look, I feel like I want to create a different type of look for my face, so I'll do my brows different. But the general technique of it really does not change. I may pull back on some things, but the general technique does not change. The fact that I brush my brows up first, that does not change. Okay, now please pardon me, I have a sweatshirt on. I didn't like dress up for you guys. I know like a lot of influencers kind of dress up. I'm into like my own vibe, so I kind of like follow my own trend of just wearing what I'm comfortable in. Maybe for the final look I'll switch it around, but for me just doing it now, I'm gonna keep my sweatshirt on from Savannah, Georgia. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. But anyway, let's get back to these brows. So I like to brush my brows up. Um, this brow pencil by Benefit, precisely my brow pencil. Now I really, I'm not getting paid to advertise these. I'm just putting out there what I use, what works for me. So I'm going to lightly look up while I line my brows. Okay. And you can watch as I do this with my brows. Like I go under and then I brush the product into my brow. Okay. You see that? It gives it more of a natural look because at the end of the day, now my brow kind of dips down a little bit. So I am going to take a line. And listen, I'm not pressing this brush, oh Lord, this pencil. If you have to press very hard with your brow pencil, you need to throw it in the trash and go get a good one like this. I particularly like this brow pencil because it is potent, meaning you don't have to press hard for it to be used, and it allows me to have control. Now, once again, I am not saying this is the mother of all advice for a brow pencil. What I'm telling you, ladies and gents, whoever's watching, is that this is what works for me, okay? So don't go and be like, oh, it's Bible that you have to, use this a certain way. I never said that. I think a lot of people get into say, I don't know why people do that. I don't like that because why people do that? They feel comfortable doing it. I do my makeup 150 different ways. I try for camera's sake to do it a little bit more structured when I'm talking to you guys, but for the most part, everybody has their favorite things to do. If you do something different than me, but you get the same outcome, I mean, like, why would I judge you? Because you put eyeshadow on after foundation or you put eyeshadow on before foundation. I mean, there's just certain things that, to me, it, if your face is flawless and beat at the end of the day when you're finished, girl, get it. Let me show you what I like to do while I sip my coffee. I like to take a concealer, and when I want a very, what I call a tailored brow, I dip my dirty brush because the handle, look at this handle. I'll clean the top, but not the handles. Like, I clean this part, which I just dipped in, but I'll clean this part. But the handles, just, I've had some of these brushes for a very long time. They're my favorites. Even though I have lots and lots of brushes, there's just like favorites. So I gently tap the concealer right under where, just following the lines. Like, remember? And I say this all the time. When you used to color as a kid and used to outline the stick figures to make sure that everything was precise and you didn't draw outside the lines, well, just try that for your brows. And don't press hard. I have a very pressy hand, and I had to train myself how to not press so hard when it comes to doing my brows. Okay, I don't want to really press that hard, but as you can see, it gives it a light, very tailored look, but it still looks natural, like you went and got your eyebrows done. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to kill two birds with one stone, you can pull it all the way down. Once again, this is what I do. You can, some people say, no, I don't pull it. I just put it under there and I lightly blend it in, and then I go over with some concealer on the lid. I do it all at once, okay? That's what I do. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can take it or leave it, okay? So then I go in, I do that little thing right there. But you see, I didn't like slap like a whole glob on. I used whatever product that I had left. Sorry for all the noise. I have all these brushes, so we're gonna kind of dip this a little bit and go in with this brush and blend it all over the lid. Okay, just light. You don't need a whole bunch. Okay, just a little bit. You understand? All right, we're getting there, folks. So that would be the lid. Just make sure it's all over. All right, and then you go on to the next one. I am going to go in with a little bit of powder. Okay, especially because look at this. But let me tell you about us oily people, and I'm going to use Dermablend for this. We need a little extra protection when it comes to our oil. So, and it really does. I'm a witness. I did learn this from Instagram artists, but that when you go in with a little bit of powder, now, if you are dry, please don't skip the step. But I am not dry. And my nose and under my eyes, a little bit of chin, but I'm not gonna. I heard somebody say that if you do it around here and you have smile lines, it kind of gets in the crevices. So I'm going to put setting powder first before I put foundation and concealer on, because it just settles in for a better look. Okay, not a lot. Okay, and I guess if I live in Pennsylvania, if you live in like California, probably a good thing to do because it's hot. All right, the next part to this. So here's the thing. You see how nice this is up here? Well, when you get down here, it gets a little dark for me. So what I like to do, this is by NYX. We all have our favorite brands. NYX is one of mine, let's be clear. And not for everything. I use products from every brand, but the orange, these two colors are basically what I use in this palette, I'm gonna be honest. But the orange really brightens up and corrects all this darkness that I get around my mouth. And let me show you a trick. See, there's oranges that you have to kind of color. This is a cream. If you can't tell, it's like a creamy orange. Okay, so I'm going to go around my mouth a little bit. I'm even going to put a little under my eye, just a little bit. Okay, Toya's tricks. And then I'm going to take this brush, which you can see that I've used already, and I'm going to blend it in. Now, the funny, crazy thing about this orange in the NYX palette, if you are a brown girl, I don't know, I challenge some of y'all to use this, even if, let me know how it works on your darkness, but it actually blends into the skin really well, and you don't look like a Oompa Loompa too much, to where it's like so orange that you got to do a whole lot of extra blending. But you see how that kind of is starting to even out my skin tone. You see that? So that's one of the things that I like to do before I get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, now we're going to let that sit, and I'm going to sip again. So I think I'm going to do like a pink smoky eye, I think, because I say that and then I completely change up what I'm going to do. I'm going to use an old Revlon Wonder Woman palette. How it looks like. Let me shake it off a little bit. I don't believe this is for sale, but the colors are nice and I like the palette. So before I start, I am going to put a little bit of setting powder on my lids because it really does make it easier to blend out your eyeshadow. When you just have like sticky concealer, it makes it much harder to blend, and you don't need a whole lot of setting powder, just a little bit. And it cancels out that creasing that you get as well. Are y'all still with me? Stick with me through this. All right, now, I really don't know how I'm going to do this eye, but I do know that if I'm just using this palette, that I will probably start with this as a transitional color, okay? It looks orange, but on my skin tone, it just looks like a great kind of a color tone. It's orange, and it kind of just looks very light and pretty as a transitional color to whatever you may want to do. And when I'm blending, I just go back and forth like a windshield wiper, and also in circles, just to blend this color in. Now, this is a little unfortunate for me today because I don't have I broke my big, huge magnifying mirror because I'm clumsy. And a shout out to all the clumsy people. I didn't make my bed in the background. All right, anyway, the next color, this is obviously going to be somewhat of a smoky eye, is going to be this brown, which I don't know what it's called. The brown is called Wisdom. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Wisdom, according to the back. So I'm going to take Wisdom, and this is like my favorite brush. This brush is by Morphe, and it is M506. Oh my goodness. So when I'm not trying, I'm not a cut crease fanatic, but they do look nice. Now, once again, I'm not judging. I love cut creases. I don't do them all the time though. So what I'm gonna do is take this little brush, and I think I like this little brush because of the control it gives me with my hooded eyes. And I'm just going to go back and forth right into the corner as much as possible. Just keep on blending it. Okay. Woo. Back and forth. And the next side, of course, same thing. Going to blend it. Can you see me? Okay, it looked like it got a little dark. I'm going to go in with the same color, and I'm going to darken this up a little bit more right in the corners. Because I'm all about some depth. I'll put a little bit over here. I like to switch back and forth. All right, okay. As you can see, I'm doing my eye first before kind of the foundation and stuff, because yes, I am the one that will drop stuff, but it's cool. It is cool. Once again, we do what works for us. And that's not to say that we do whack makeup. We just do what works for us, right? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit more because this is the brush I used last time. Here it is. I feel like sometimes lights get harsh. This has a little bit of that orange on there. Just gonna blend it a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now this part is important because which part do I want to put on my lid? Is it the pink? You know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to try this with the brush up. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, because at this point, I am going to keep on rolling with the punches. It's pink. It definitely is pink, Faith. So I'm going to go in with this pink on the other side. Now, natural girls, you may have wanted to put like a gold or something a little bit more bronzy. This is just because makeup, because I feel like it. Okay. This is one of those makeup looks that I'm making up as we go along. What else do I need to kind of add in there? Okay, so obviously we're going to go in a little bit more with this brown around this pink. And it might go down to the pink, but I'm going to take this to the next level in a second. Now, because I am seeing what this pink is kind of doing, what I'm going to do is there's this color right here. I am going to tap this in and kind of go over top of the pink to make it like a lighter pink look, because I really didn't like that pink. So faith, a leap of faith. Faith. I hate what's going on right now. I'm not gonna stop it. I don't like the pink, so switch. I'm going to really saturate my lid. Faith. I don't like the pink. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I could have stopped the video and been like, okay, I'm back, but I'll show you how I fix errors, because I don't like anything about what's going on. Faith. Don't leave me, folks. I promise you, beat face. I'm gonna go in with the kind of orange color that I told you about earlier, and I'm going to wipe off the excess on the eyes. By NYX. You know what? I'm going to start here. Now, that's just how I like to do my line. I like a little swoop. Sometimes I start with a powder and I do a brown. Not doing that today. Today, I'm just going to do a line. And you see how I press in the hair to try to get it to kind of be a lot thinner on the inside. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. So you can either start in the inner corner, which to me on the left side is easier. Same thing with this side. Faith. Oh, I made my eye water, so I'm gonna fix it by thinning it out. Now, if you make too thick of a line, what you do is, I'm just so mad about this makeup right now. I don't know what to do. You take your pencil, you dip it in your MAC. This is what I'm using, NW45 concealer for my brows, and you just thin it out like the other one. Make this one a little thicker. I think that's easier than to just keep on messing with it. I think I fixed my mistake to the point where I want to stop now and just correct a few things. All right, so this is a when you make mistakes video in makeup. That's what this is. I didn't know it, but it just came to me at the last moment that this is going to be a when you make mistakes video and how to fix it. All right, now for the foundation part, guess what I'm gonna use? I have been liking Il Makiage and only started to use it. I wanted to try it because people were asking me, do you use it? Do you like it? Well, yeah, and I started to use it because I tanned over the summer, and for right now, this tan is like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. So what I'm gonna do is press my foundation in with a beauty blender. You can wet your beauty blender however you like to do it. Some people like their beauty blenders wet first, a little damp. Maybe you want to put some setting spray on it first, and or water and squeeze it out. All of that is up to you, but I promise when this video is over, I'm gonna have a beat face. All right, when mistakes happen after you have not been on video for a long time and your magnifying mirror broke, I mean, you just gotta roll with the punches. I can't stop right now. I'm gonna keep going. I literally don't like this eye, but guess what? I can't stop. This is live, and I'm not gonna stop for you guys. I'm gonna keep going, okay? I'm gonna keep going. All right. So now here comes your favorite, most coveted part. I am going to use the MAC 24 Hour Studio Fix concealer first. Okay, gonna get up all in there. Because I like my concealers yellow first. Okay, and these are my personal products, not my clientele products. I like that chin. I like to highlight sort of here. I do that. If you don't do that, that's your business. Kind of along the nose a little bit more. and the forehead. Now this is the contour part you guys always ask me about. And take that and go straight down my beautiful nose. Why? Because I like the way it looks. No, there's nothing wrong with my nose, but I like the way this looks. Now I have that, and I'm also going to mix it with this ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. So I like a little bit of orange balanced out with a little bit of this lighter concealer. And I'm going to take my Beauty Blender again and blend this into my face, all around my nose. Okay, right under that eye. We're going to take it all the way up for that snatched, that scooped up face. Let's scoop our faces up, pull ourselves together. Let's gather our emotions and our feelings with this totally snatched look that I messed up on 100 times. You know, I'm a little rusty, so you have to excuse me doing live makeup and trying to figure out what you're going to do. It turned out to be a little bit of like a project today, so I'm sorry I had to mess up in front of you guys, but now you know what to do when you want to fix it. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to continue down my nose with these little Beauty Blender, tapping my nose. Now, as you can see, I really didn't put any of the dark contour line yet, but yet I have created a contour on my nose, some dimension. And that is just the contrast of light to dark. All right, going all the way up in there, snatching my face. Now, I have been doing this before anybody actually schooled me. It's just what I felt would look nice with a snatch face. So yeah, I've been pulling my concealer up before. Like, I didn't need anybody to tell me to do that. That's just what I did. Two things. I love Black Opal. It is my go-to. Mocha Suede is my favorite. And I don't do anything special. I literally just put this around my hairline with a lot of clock marks. But for my nose, take this little pointed brush that I used earlier, and I'm gonna dab it into this brown color. I just think this is a better, it is a dark brown, but it is a, it's not like flat, it's not dusty. It has like a reddish kind of undertone to it. Even on camera, it looks like you can see kind of those colors coming out where it looks closer to the Black Opal. So as you can see, I'm coming up to my brows and I'm coming down to my nose. Okay. I am going to take a fluffy brush and I am going to set under my eyes with this NW45 with the brush. Some people pat it in. I'm going to go ahead and brush this in first, okay? Just so I can get a dope set underneath this eye. I'm sorry, when I start pressing in this area, my nose starts getting so runny. I don't know who else has that problem, but it definitely is a problem with me. Now I'm going to take Dermablend because, gosh, Lord, does this stuff work. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit onto the back of the lid. Now, I have never technically baked, but I guess when I do my makeup, I kind of press underneath and keep pressing until I get the desired kind of look that I want. So I like underneath my eyes highlighted really well. But you see how that blends in. My husband does it all the time to me. So I'm gonna lightly tap under there again. Now you see the powder. It does have a tint to it. It's not like white. This is like a beige, actually. But I will tell you that even though it's beige, it works out really well for you brown girls. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you use it properly, it will turn out just beautiful. And I'm going to pat that in to the skin. This might be the funniest video ever because this is a transparent moment. Not many makeup artists would be willing to admit that we jack it up sometimes. And today, unfortunately, sometimes I'm on, but today for some reason was a day when I just did not get it right. So I grabbed a random brush. See how I'm going up into my brows? Yeah. And I'm going to contour and snatch my nose up, you know, a little bit. And I'm also going to take a little bit of powder on the back of the Beauty Blender and just start to kind of soften the look. And I'm real up close so y'all can see. Here goes my nose again. Runny as ever because I'm tapping on it. You want to soften up that contour. Yeah, yeah. And even take a brush or two and just go back in and kind of like, yeah. All right. Now here's the baking part. I will bake it for you. I will bake the nose. That's it. Nothing else will be baked today but my nose, okay? Because I'm really not into baking that much, but I don't knock it either. Because let me tell you, honey, there be these artists out there and they be, whew, they will bake their noses to the gods and their faces, and it looks freaking amazing. So, you know. All right, so while we finish the look, so here's what I like to do. I like to take any little brush that I have. I was using this and I blend it up into the cheek, the contour around the face. Do I do my makeup the same all the time? Absolutely, positively, no. I don't. I could tell you that I don't. Especially when I'm by myself and I just get to do my makeup without teaching anybody and without distractions. I can do my makeup a whole lot of different ways because I'm listening to music, sometimes I'm watching TV, so the order changes for me. I might throw on a lash for y'all today, though. I ain't gonna leave you like lashless today. I have some lashes I used yesterday. I think I'm gonna use them again today. They're cheap too. Let me tell you, some of these lashes, I went in the dollar store and I saw these like hand-made synthetic lashes, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they look cute. Let me try them. Like they're only $1. Let me tell you, cutest lashes ever. Tony brand. That's what I'm about to use. I love them. They work. I mean, they're cool. I mean, they're not like a dramatic lash, but if you're trying to have a little bit of a conservative look, it definitely works. So if you fast forward the video to the part where I said it was going to be beat, welcome to me forming that beat for you. All right, so I set a below the cheekbones, and now I am going to, before I get to the rest of the makeup, I'm going to put these lashes on. All right, guys, I'm back. I got these lashes on. Lord, that was just, I don't know what's going on with me today. That was a hurdle. It was definitely a hurdle. I'm not even going to lie, but here it goes, the next step. This is Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. Don't sleep on it. Trust me, it works. Right up under the lash to blend in my lash with the lash. Okay, that's all we're doing. All right, so now I love a good under eye, so I am going to go back in with the brown color from the Wonder Woman palette. This has been a hurdle today. And I'm going to go in with this small little brush right here. And I'm going to put under my eye. I don't always line under my eyes. I just don't. Especially if I'm putting like a dark eyeshadow on this Radiant Glow Black Radiance, and since I don't like the corner that I originally picked with this look, I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer and just heighten, brighten a little bit inner corner of my eye. It will not be that visible because it kind of blends into my actual skin color, and I'm cool with that. I just didn't want that white looking all funky like it was. All right, so now that we're moving and shaking, people, I am going to take, let's see, here we go, this brush, and just brush off the excess powder that I use to contour my nose, and brush all of this off, blend it in really well. And I'm going to dip my, ooh, I'm liking this so far, guys. I'm going to dip my NW45 and just tap underneath just to kind of blend it even more, some of the white into that nose so the contour can be a little bit more soft. A little bit more powder, that's all. You want a good transition. I'm going to go under my eyes with the Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara, which I love. The one thing that I like to do is take this cream called Rose Latte that you can see that I use every day by Fenty Beauty. Look at this. Let me show you what this looks like. This is how much I use it. Only have a little bit, so I have to order more. I'm going to take this brush and kind of whirl it around in here. That's why it looks like that. And I'm going to take it over my cheeks. Oh my gosh. This kind of, it's a cream over a powder, but let me tell you, it gives you like a flawless, and I'm sorry, let me fix this really quick because I put my finger there. It's okay. Gotta learn how to fix things. It gives you like a flawless, dewy, beautiful look. So don't be afraid to fix that little poke. Do not be, look how beautiful my cheeks look. Like, it really gave me a great, beautiful look. And just patting in that nose contour a little bit more. Look at those cheeks. It just gave me a really nice glow. So now I'm going to take more of the black, I think this is called Black Radiance, and I am going to dot a little bit on the tip of my nose just for that dope contour, or I'm sorry, highlight, and the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to pat it in and kind of just blend it in so it's not too much, but just enough. All right, now I have this cheap lip liner, but it's a brown that's really nice, and it's by Roll It Up, and I just happened to order a whole bunch on Amazon because they were cheap. And I'm going to line my lips. This is a good brown actually, and I love it. I like my big lips, and I do emphasize them a little bit more than normal. I kind of go a little over where my lips stop. I said a little, not like a whole lot. Okay. Mwah, mwah, mwah. To take Dose of Color. It's called Sweet and Sassy. Ma 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 moo ma ma moo ma 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 moo ma 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 ma, and just pat it in. Gives you that little cute pouty look. Yeah. I'll go in with this Plain Jane by Live Glam and go over a little bit. And blot that in. Okay, now I guess I will go in with a little bit of this Black Radiance on the highlight to highlight right here, right up in here, right up in here. Girl, look at this brush. I think it's time to retire her. Let's say rest in peace to this brush that won't be appearing anymore. But girl, did I work through the mistake or what? I'll be back with the final look. Just give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final look. Put a little earring on for you. You can see up close, I'm not hiding anything. I wanted to have a transparent moment as a makeup artist who has been doing makeup so many times. I started off with the eye, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like how the pink was going on. I didn't like how I was doing anything, but in the end, it all worked out. Guys, a couple tips on how to fix things, how to not get so hard on yourself and compare yourself to other people. You just need to be an individual. And I think if you just stay that way, we all stay that way, it will be better. Sometimes you make mistakes and people want to cancel you, but you can't cancel anything that God has assigned. You understand that? And I want you to keep that with you. So I hope you appreciate it and like this video and watch me through my mess ups. And this was a real moment. But I hope you also learned something. And just don't forget what I've always been saying. Calidora makeup means beauty on the inside, makeup on the outside. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Yeah.